Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is March 21st, 2022. Let's take a look at most beaten down stocks with great fundamentals. We'll start with the market update, then let's look at most beaten down stocks with great fundamentals. So let's jump in here. So as you can see here, we got geopolitical tension still going on between Ukraine and Russia. So we got to be careful. So market is still not out of the woods. So we got to be careful here. And we have Chinese stocks going higher, mainly because there is some market-friendly policies, and Chinese government and Chinese companies are working with the SEC. That's a good news here. And we have a rate hike right now, and Fed is a little more aggressive, so we got to watch out a little carefully. So this is why, even though we had a great week last week, I would not say we are out of the woods yet. So we got to be careful here. Market is going to be jittery and volatile as we go forward. So our job is to really look at great companies with good fundamentals and also good entry point from a technical perspective. And we also have rate expectation. There could be a few more rate hikes coming down the pike, so we got to be careful here. From a futures perspective, futures is thinking where to go here. Dow Jones is down from a future perspective. S&P is slightly higher. Nasdaq is lower. Oil is going higher again, which is not a great news. And 10-year Treasury is also going higher. So we can expect a mixed market today. And it could be flat to down slightly, given it's gone up so much last week. So with that, let's jump in here and look at the fear and greed index. So as you can see here, fear and greed index is in the fear right now. So I can see this coming down again like it did before because of the geopolitical tensions and inflation and these type of worries here. So we got to be careful here. All right, so let's look at most beaten down stocks, and we want to look at the great companies here. Positive net margin. These companies are making money, not money losers. Positive sales growth. These are growth companies. Low RSI. From a technical perspective, a low RSI indicates it's a good entry point here. So fundamental tells you it's a great company, but technicals will tell you it's a good entry point. Volume more than 1 million shares. These are liquid stocks. And from a financial perspective, Altman Z score, which is the industry standard, is more than 1.8, indicates these are not companies susceptible for any bankruptcy here. Good companies, solvent companies. And current ratio is more than 1. That tells you these companies have got enough money to cover any short-term obligations. So they have enough money. So with that, let's jump in here and go get started. Look, we got a list of companies here. Let me slightly move this. All right, so we got list of companies. As you can see here, all of these companies have got a nice 1-year sales growth. These are growth companies, and I always love to look at the growth companies and look at the gross margin as well as net margin. These companies are making money. Net margin is positive, as you can see here. So these are the good companies. Wall Street is okay with these type of companies because these are producing positive net margin. And current ratio is more than 1. That tells you these companies got enough money. They can weather any short-term financial downturn in the market. And from an RSI perspective, I use the technicals as an entry point. So technicals indicate stock is sold off with the lower RSI. All these relative strength indexes below 45 tells you it's a good entry point right now. So you could buy these stocks at these levels here. And as you look through here, 1 day, 5 day, by looking at lower RSI, that tells you in the 1 day, 5 day, 1 month, 6 month, these stocks are having some trouble in the short term. And long-term story is intact. Look at the 5-year performance here. They're all doing great in 5 years. That tells you long-term story is intact. In the short term, these companies are having some trouble, indicated by RSI, which measures last 14 days price action. That tells you in last 14 days price action is a little bit lower. Stocks are going lower, even though they got some nice 5-year performance here. And look, many companies have got free cash flow positive. These days, Wall Street does not have patience for free cash flow negative companies. We got one company with a free cash flow negative here, which is Take-Two Interactive. This is one of my favorite here. It's a barely free cash flow negative, just 18 million in the red right now. But this company can be a great one. Could be even a takeover candidate for a bigger company. And this company is also doing great. So I feel good about this company here. And from a Altman Z score perspective, all these companies have got good financial positioning. That's why these are much higher than 1.8. These are financially sound companies. And now if you look at the industry benchmark, all these companies are doing great against the industry. So I would be a buyer of many of these companies, given it's down at these levels here. And these companies are also sorted by market capitalization. The top companies that you see here have got highest market capitalization. Look at Taiwan Semi. It's a $560 million market cap, billion-dollar market cap here. And from there onwards, it's in a descending order. So I would take advantage of this and buy some of these great companies and accumulate them slowly. If I were to point out few of them here, keep watching the net margin. Taiwan Semi, great net margin here, 38%, one of the highest. And we got Qualcomm, I love Qualcomm also, nice net margin. And look, we got Activision Blizzard. This will be acquired by Microsoft. They have an agreement right now. So I would say this trade is done here. I would not buy Activision Blizzard at these levels here, given it's agreed to be acquired by Microsoft. And as you scan through here, we got great companies with nice net margin. Look, we got Air Product Partners completely beaten down here. Nice 20% net margin. And you could buy this one also. It's a good company here. And I also love CBRE, again, a great company. And you could go down the list here. All are doing great. And temporary issues here, long-term nice companies. I also love both CIEN as well as Masimo here. Both are great companies. And look at the net margin here. Masimo has got nice 19% net margin and CIEN has got 13% net margin. Both are beaten down the low RSI. All right, let's look at a few more here just to continue. So we got a few more as you can see here. Keep watching the net margin here. We got few companies with great net margin. IPGP, 19% net margin. Right now, stock has got a low RSI as you can see here. Stock is trying to make a progress in 1 day, 5 day, 10 day. I think it's a good one here. It's trying to bounce back hard here. And we got a few more. Keep watching the nice net margin here. I love both EXP as well as Wingstop. Wingstop, as you can see here, completely dropped off here. I think it's a great time to buy some Wingstop. Looks like the short sellers are breathing down its neck. It's a good time to buy some Wingstop here. It's doing nice compared to industry here. And we got a few more as you see here. Look at XNCR here. Nice 30% net margin. And right now it's a net margin negative company. I mean, net free cash flow negative company. Nice performance against the industry here. I would be a buyer of XNCR here. Zencor could be a good one here. And we got CRNC, software company, as many of you know here. It also has got issues with the short sellers. They're breathing down its neck. Right now it's squeezing them and trying to go higher. Even up here with the RSI of just 44, could be a good one to buy some XCNRC here and go from there. And we got a few more companies as you can see here, but these are some of my favorites. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.